In part 2 of our exploration of the Woodlines, we complete a 10-kilometre return journey looking for a lost campsite, but unfortunately it remains lost.
Still walking down the railway line, found 3 tracks back there that were passing each other, but there was no evidence of a major campsite. There's cans in there. Well, there's cans over here too, which was unusual. We expected there to be something back there, but there wasn't, so we're heading down further south to another possible campsite and we'll see what's there. It's another cutting. There's no way we would have been able to drive through here. I wonder if someone actually put this tobacco tin here.
For somebody like us to find it.
Yeah,
maybe.
Or just threw it and that's where it landed, and it's been there for 100 years or so. This is one of the deepest cuttings we've seen on the Woodlines. Interesting. Just come to another section where the track goes this way, but there's clearly another line just here as well. And they sort of meet up just over there where that fallen tree is. This section has these different type of dog spikes. I'm not sure how they actually function, but they've got ridges around them and only half a head type of thing. You can see the amount of devastation that this bushfire has caused through here, but there is a hell of a lot of regrowth. Another really thick piece of glass. I don't know what it's of.
The cutting was followed by an embankment which was used to raise the track above ground level to lessen the gradient.
Huge amounts of work to build this embankment.
And where the soil has been removed for the embankment, water has collected after the recent rains.
We've been hunting for this 50-mile camp for a while now. We've gone past where we think it should have been. Just got to an area where there's a few tin cans lying in the bush on some pretty substantial earthworks actually. But there's no evidence of any major camp here other than scattered tins. So if anybody was here, it was only for a relatively short period of time. And we've reached the point we said we'd turn around and head back, so we're about 5 k's from our main campsite and we have to walk back there. I think this is a malleefowl's nest, obviously not active. These are sleeper, yeah. Delicious Ovaltine. Ovaltine? We're out hunting a roller line at the spur off the track we've been on for the last couple of days. This is the first sign of a cut tree we've seen in the bush. When you look around you can see how much damage has been done by the bushfire. Here's a small cake tin or some sort of tin, and whoever's used it has made it into something else, perhaps even a light. It would stand like that and put a small candle in, holes at the top to let the smoke out. Who knows? We've been exploring the Woodlines. We're camped somewhere between this track and that 48-mile campsite. We've been to there, we've been to there, and we've been about halfway down in between there and that junction, and we have found nothing other than a few smashed bottles and a couple of tins. We've just come back from riding down here and we found nada, nothing. Only one small section of formation, and it was very disappointing. So what are we going to do?
Leave. Find somewhere else.
So the other brother, the one we don't talk about, wants to go and explore a section of track we found some time back, but it's probably half a day's drive to get there. So that's what we'll probably do tomorrow. We'll pack up and we'll head out that way to discover that section of track.
Yeah, you don't want to fall off this railway track then.
Going out always seems much quicker than going in, I guess partly because we can follow our own tracks. The effort we put in the other day clearing the track of dead trees reduced the travel out time substantially as well. We are now well on our way to our next campsite. We have to travel past Burra Rock and Cave Hill first though, and we elect to drive down the old woodline track between Burra Rock and Cave Hill. The trees destroyed by the fire are clearly evident, and so is the regrowth. Once we get to Cave Hill, we realise there is little daylight left to allow us to find a route into our next camp, so there is no time to stop and explore this great rock. As we approach this small rocky outcrop, we surprised a group of 4 horses. We have not seen horses out here before, and they were certainly not donkeys. They were also not very keen to hang around for us to get a decent photo. There was a lot of water over the track in many places. The Ocker has pretty good ground clearance, especially when compared to a Navara. The job of clearing trees from the tracks is never ending. This section is a track we are clearing to get to our new campsite, where no one has driven before. With this one cleared, we now move on to the next one.
Well, we've just punched through the bush about 500 metres. Actually, it was pretty clear. All we had to do is move a few old stumps, and we found horse yards next to the rower line. Just waiting for the other 2 to come in now.
The last 2 vehicles were way behind as we had walked forward quite a bit clearing the dead trees. It is a bit nerve-wracking when pushing through the bush. You have to continually watch the sides and roof clearances to avoid vehicle damage.
We will clear this dead tree out of the way. But we found the campsite we were looking for. This is the one we walked to last year and planned to come back to. We had to push our way through the bush about 500 metres from an existing track. Just walking up to the railway formation. See it running that way. There's a few bottles around the place that we're looking at. This is an AGM bottle, and it's embossed 1946. Just a beer bottle. We did find one a little bit earlier on with 1928 on it, and the 9 is actually printed backwards, which was pretty unusual. Found another beer bottle, and it's embossed 1940. So, what's that, 82 years old. What's happened in the world since that was made? H.W. Davidson, good as gold. I love these bottles. A few more jars over there. Holbrook sauce bottle. Was it good as gold?
Well, I guess it is. It's hard to tell.
Yep. Another good as gold. You can actually tell or date them roughly from the markings on the bottom. But I haven't got my phone with the link bottle. Going slightly purple, that one. That one has still got the cork in it, and whatever that syrup was is still lying on the bottom. Can't smell it though. Well sealed. Is that another H.W. Davidson? Good as gold. And there's a few bottles here.
Got holes in it. And your favourite bottle.
Yeah. Wow, look at that, another ink bottle. Designed for fountain pens or dipping your pen into, so you've got the little grooves on the side. That's where the pen sat.
Looking for a dated beer bottle, aren't you now?
Look on the bottom. So sometimes they've got a date on there.
With an X.
Oh, I can't read it, I've got my glasses.
No, neither
Go
have
ahead. Hang on. There it is. What where your little finger is.
1923.
1929.
Oh yes. But the 9's not upside down.
No, they're normal.
The camp has barely been set up and we are already out looking for old relics. It is hugely satisfying to find these camps, especially after doing heaps of research back at home.
See Wood and Son. Yeah, so's that one. Another one.
That one's cracked. Oh no, that's the anchor I can see.
2 anchor bottles. No, Barnes. We
Yep.
found some of those in another place.
23 ounce. Net.
It's just a few bottles in amongst those trees.
Purple in.
One's going almost purple. It'll be like that other one to your right.
Yeah, but it's green. Oh, it's
That's
mould.
mould. 2 days of riding through the bush yesterday and the day before, and we found no real evidence of any big camps, and here we are. This one's quite large, well, large by comparison. And here's the 4th good as gold bottle. No one has been in here for a really long time, I know that because there's no vehicle tracks in here, and the only other tracks we found last year are those from a quad bike, from Quad Bike Guy. So heaps and heaps of people don't come in here, and heaps of people never get to see this stuff. And if that bushfire had come through here at all, we wouldn't be here now, we wouldn't have got through. I haven't seen this many good as gold bottles for years. This is the 5th one good as gold bottle I found.
Oh, it's gone purple. It's got a name on it. AV backward LX UX.
AVJUX something. It's, I don't know, I found a few of the mugs like that. They're weird.
It's not a J though, that's a straight bottom.
And backwards L. Oh, Ulva. If you read it through the bottom, it's Ulva.
Oh, okay.
Another good as gold. Oh, a whole pile through there as well. They left a lot of rubbish behind. Oh, that one's got a lid on it. Live from the bush. Good as gold with a lid on it. Yep. Woodson and Co. With a lid, I don't know what it was. Don't know. Anchors.
Cordial.
Yeah, a bit of a crate. There's another bit just there too.
Didn't expect anything to be written on that. Almost intact. One pinhole in the bottom. Can you see it?
Yep. common as mud, these little bottles. Bovril. A Bovril bottle.
Little one.
Yeah. Oh, it's normal size, but I love them. Love the shape of them. Another Davidson, good as gold. And another one. And a Woodson and Co.
Well, someone's run off with the roast. Yeah.
Metters. Improved oven. Adelaide and Perth. I think it says Fred Metters.
Might be.
Or Freo. Fred. Wow.
Oh. You scared it?
Well, I'm just returning the favour.